Alright guys, we're back. You might have noticed there is no draft overlay right now. That's because I completely forgot to actually do it, so I'm doing it right now. And meantime, might as well just watch the banning phase. Because, hey, that's cool, we can do that. I can't even see what's going on right now, so you'll have to tell me.
Ogre picked Parasite.
Ogre did pick Parasite, and the first two bans were Magmus and Pebbles from Cluck. So, respect
Wow.
bans, I guess.
Yeah, I assume it is. Is Cthulhu nerfed?
No, patch hasn't gone through yet.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, and they're gonna third pick the Cthulhu, which is interesting. Don't see that
Totally.
too often. Alright, I'm back. Anthos, no, you're stuck at 59%. No! Sad times. What a player. Alright.
Okay, play Kane.
I don't know if this is hosted with tournament rules.
I saw that here, like, it was played 1 week, then now
yeah.
no one plays it.
It's
like,
tournament rules.
But in TMM as well, no one plays Kane. He's such a bad hero.
Yeah, he's a little iffy in my opinion. Maybe one of the very few heroes that S2 has released that aren't immediately broken, which seems to be their general MO. It's just like, he's not tanky enough, he doesn't do enough damage, he doesn't really have a role. The CC and his ultimate isn't that good.
Oh, it's weak. Weak.
Yeah. Damn, cancer heroes. It's true. Parasite Cthulhu from Dodger is actually a very, very strong start to a lineup. As I'm probably looking for a mid and a support on top of that. Could certainly still go for a suicide and mid the elephant, but we'll see.
I feel like Pierre should man up, go aggressive Trillium versus the Doctor, and just lock Parasite down in the woods.
Certainly the tri-lane worked for them last game. Dude, what's with this PI team? They're all so fucking terrible. 1758 is the highest BSR they've got. Ogre too. How are these people in Diamond? They're so bad.
Ogre never wins Scrim. Like, look Cluckmug's win percent in public games.
Let's look at his last. Yeah, lose, win, lose.
Yeah,
ouch.
We never won a single Scrim. We only win in tournaments.
You won in tournaments?
Yeah, but
that.
never in Scrims.
Oh, I missed the tournament winning. Correct. Anyway. So, Hellborn gonna finish things off with Magebane in their second stage. So, figuring need a Doctor counter, and that'll do just fine. Doctor doesn't really want to go up against Magebane in a man fight, and will be losing a lot of mana in these team fights, reducing his mobility. Clock going to start with the bans on junglers, presumably to take out Ophelia here, as Hellborn have not picked up a jungle hero, but hey, they made the dual support lineup work just fine last game, so I'm not super concerned about that. And actually they're going to ban Prisoner as well. That is a solid Doctor counter with his Shackle. But I don't know about that. I don't know if Prisoner really would have fit this lineup.
Oh, it would be really bad, to be honest. Like, then they have to go this stupid Prisoner long lane, tri lane.
Or Chipper Suicide or something like that. I guess you could tri lane a Magebane? You really wouldn't want to do that, though.
No.
Yeah, that's I don't think that fits their lineup so well, so bit of an iffy ban from me from Cluck. But. So anyway, banning out the supports, as Legion side do not have one, and Hellborn have Glacius, so I guess they're gonna go for a jungler if they're banning supports on Hellborn side.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, it seems unlikely they'd take a bunch of good support heroes out of the pool, and then, because then Ogre can first pick a support, and PI are like, well, crap.
Maybe they saved like 2 supports, and then Ogre gets... No, never mind, I'm stupid. Yeah, they are probably aiming for jungler.
That's my guess. I'm also going to take the bubbles out. Which fits both the mid and suicide roll, just like Cthulhuphant, so could give them some flexibility, and no longer available. Ophelia's still on the board. Wouldn't be surprised if Shorcan gets that hero. In fact, I'm kind of expecting it. He does also play Legionnaire and Lord Self-Forest, though, and this is a scrim, so maybe they're just going to be trying some stuff out. Maybe going for a bit of a non-traditional jungler for Shorcan.
Is he playing Ophelia? I never seen it.
Shorcan's played Ophelia, yeah.
Okay.
Indeed, he has. He was actually 1-0 with Ophelia in Cycle 6. Not bad.
Maybe Keeper of the Forest.
Yeah.
It's pretty good versus Doctor. That lockdown.
Yeah, and Keeper on top of Glacius ultimate, on top of the Chipper ultimate. Wouldn't be bad.
Yeah. And Magebane can also hit him. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that would be good.
Magebane appreciates getting CC from his teammates because he's usually not going to provide too much on his own. Flux pick to the second banning stage. I neglected to mention the Moraxis ban from Clockmock, but yet another mid-initiator portal key type hero on top of the prisoner, and it's going to be Ellie. I guess that's for Doctor too, and it can purge the parasite minions.
Yeah, sounds good.
Not bad.
At least he's a strong hero as well. Like, I think he can go out even versus the Doctor. Maybe win it, if not Parasite has too much impact on lane.
I'm going to finish things off with Nymphoria, so I got a Nymphoria Doctor combo. Obviously, we'll be feeding him a lot of mana, and probably looking at a Cthulhuphant mid, or Suicide, Flux mid, Doctor Nymph bot lane with Parasite, I would imagine in the safe jungle. And I'm feeling an Ophelia pick here from the Hellborn team.
Feeling Keeper.
Apparently Cluck needs some time. I feel like Ophelia is going to be a little bit more consistent lockdown. Keeper's better in team fights in terms of like shutting down in a big AoE, but Ophelia has more uptime on her spells. And I think the Legion having relatively low cooldowns, and we're just both massively wrong. It's going to be a beaky.
That's not...
don't like it.
I don't like it either. Like, Doctor and Cthulhuphant can just escape from the block anyways.
Right. That helps. There's a very good chance that'll help Legion more than it'll help Hellborn.
Yeah,
with Doctor's mobility in team fights. That's a little bit iffy.
If they kill Doctor and Parasite, they have nothing at all. And they already got kind of big counter to Parasite with Electrician.
Right.
So, yeah. I feel like they should have picked something for Doctor.
Well, I think Ellie will help a little bit with the Doctor as well because of the grip and because of his mana steal. He's also difficult to... Ellie's not an easy hero for Doctor to kill either. But, yeah, in general, it's not like a super hard Doctor counter. Maybe they hope Magebane will do that. Yeah, it's then like even that's iffy.
Legion has to better draft this game.
I'll agree with
in
that.
my opinion.
I mean, when you have first 3 picks, Parasite, Cthulhuphant, Doctor, Repulsor, it's pretty hard to beat that. Alright, so let's see what the lanes shape up as, but so far it looks like Cthulhuphant going to be in the long lane. No huge surprise there, and Hellborn going to run 4 to try to protect their pull. I don't really want Cthulhuphant to ward it, but I don't think Cthulhuphant's super interested in warding it in general. He does ward a site. May use that to block a camp, but presumably wants to keep the far left one open so he can steal the Minotaurs and Catman and Vagabonds and etc. Alright, so safe lane, tri lane, is that what's happening here?
Yep.
With Magebane. I don't like this at all.
Maybe they can shut down Cthulhuphant.
I mean,
real
they
hard.
should. They'll definitely shut Cthulhu down.
Yeah.
The issue is Electrician's going to get nothing in the bottom lane, and they're running a Juggler on Legion side, so they're going to have an experience advantage and maybe a gold advantage if they win 2 lanes. And then Flux Chipper middle. Could go either way.
Parasite will probably make Flux win.
Yeah.
So.
Honestly, I think Flux wins on his own, but because he's a little bit too tanky for Chipper Rockets to do all that much. But
Who's playing the Chipper? Slasky? No, I don't know.
I'm not sure if I've seen Slasky play Chipper either. And they're going to try to lock down this Cthulhu. He does not have his trample quite yet. He's going to get the freeze off once again. And there was a little bit of miscommunication right there. I think if they had continued to auto-attack him, they would have had the kill. But perhaps the creep's doing some stuff. It did feel like they sort of backed off on both Behemoth and Magebane. So, not realizing the freeze was back up. And maybe even costing them the first blood.
Did not see that. Oh wow. Slasky missed rocket on creep.
Sad times.
Standing still.
And bottom lane before doing what you can to harass out this electrician. Does not have a creep kill yet, but it's fine. Hello train with the all chat, not bad. And top lane they do end up getting the kill on Cthulhu. Still no trample as he's got level 1 hook him. So just catching the tail end of that, and for some reason way deep in the Hellborn Woods has dropped his Word of Sight. Giving some vision.
I hope Pingu gets mana burn level 2 at level 3. Then he can burn all Cthulhu fans mana and he's pretty much never gonna get anything at all.
So Chipper in this middle lane actually doing quite well, and Slasky's still sitting on some trees. Going up top, there's a haste rune, and he will pick it up. No bottle yet, obviously, about 200 gold off, and Flux currently sitting at just 140 GPM compared to 162 from Chipper actually, so neither of them really focusing on CS, more concerned with harassing the other one out of the lane. Chipper doing a little bit better job here, as Flux is currently sitting on 2 tangos, Chipper certainly on 1 tango, and we'll get a fair bit of damage onto this Chipper, who will haste rune himself away. It's going to wear off in a second though.
I feel like I should focus a bit more on creep kids, because neither of them is gonna die if they don't misplay badly, so I feel like creep kids is the most important thing in this lane.
I would agree with that. Cthulhu, meanwhile, on top lane has hit level 2, which means he's got his trample available.
Never mind.
Oh, Slasky dying in that middle lane, and that's sort of what I was thinking Flux was going to win this, is because he is a little bit tankier. I believe he also brought some more regen to lane. I didn't see if Chipper started out with a health pot, but Flux definitely came in with a health pot and 3 tangos. So just barely surviving engagement.
Marcus often buy a lot of regen and harass mid players out of the lane.
There's going to be a bottle here. Ellie coming in with the grip, though. Does he have enough damage to finish this off? I don't think so. Yeah, and he's going to get pushed away, so nice play from Flux right there. Enough tankiness to survive. He also gets his bottle delivered, and it'll be a rune in 15 seconds, so he's going to be able to stay in this lane relatively easily, even against Chipper coming back with full health and mana, as well as a bottle of his own.
Parasite will get level 6 any second, and he has so many wild hunters in the woods, he should go to mid and just crush Slasky.
Yellow Train actually with very good farm. 300 GPM is difficult to accomplish with Parasite. Just free farming usually a little bit lower than that. But top lane, Cthulhu can trample away. He's got the freeze on him, but he's going to be just fine. And we really haven't seen Parasite gank all that much. So
I think he's waiting for level 6.
yeah, the fact that he's doing this well already in terms of GPM.
Yeah, it's fine. I never did this good.
And he'll steal a Skeleton King. Perhaps look for an engagement. Top lane Elephant trying to chase down the Glacius, but it looks like both Nymphora and Parasite can rotate middle to shut down this Chipper, as they do not want to let him get off to any kind of snowbally start. Obviously, both Mighty Marcus and Masera experienced Chipper players. So they know the potential of the hero.
Definitely. I think Marcus Mighty Marcus is probably top 2 cheaper player.
Zibe being
Playing
number
it.
one. I don't know.
I don't know. Sibe or Mikke. I don't usually see Mikke, but I've seen it sometimes. It's quite good.
I'm not sure if I've ever seen Mickey play Chipper. I have a lot of confidence that he can do it very well, though.
Yep. Yep.
No longer in the scene, obviously, but Jonathan Fan was probably the best Chipper player when he was around. Very, very good Chipper. Especially considering he played at Suicide. Not easy to do. Very situational. Anyway, 6-minute rune is going to spawn in about 5 seconds. Chipper going at the top to try to see if the RNG gods are on his side, and they are not. Rune is bottom, it is haste, and 4 going to protect it. Flux coming down here, and he will pick it up in his bottle. Bearseat meanwhile has hit level 6, and has picked up the Ghost Marchers on top of the Blood Chalice, which is with his strong early farm that's attempted gank in middle lane. Did decrease him a little bit, but still 280 gold per minute, and that's not bad. Relatively passive in this jungle, though.
What did you say?
I was saying he's relatively passive in this jungle. He feel like he needs to
he
do
should
something.
really go out and gank somewhere.
Oh, he's got a Wild Hunter, so I assume that he's waiting to pick that up. Yeah, there it is. Looks like mid, maybe the target.
Should be.
Sarah not having a whole bunch of time. Flux with the ultimate to pull everybody in, and Shipper is going to die here. Freeze actually goes on to Parasite, but that's not enough. He drops Sawblaze as well. Again, not enough damage. Flux is pretty damn tanky, and Parasite having enough health to survive, so good counter ward there from Snowy, but unable to do much else. Flux really wants this kill on the Glacius, who's only level 2 and 492 health, but he doesn't have all that much mana, and Electrician is sort of nearby, so Mighty Marcus is going to play this relatively safe and not die if the Glacius is sort of baiting him. And she's going to port in middle once again, so Pulaski not having a great time. 232 GPM, we compare that to Flux at 300 gold a minute. But
Yeah. And Cluck is doing his normal thing in jungle, pulling and stacking. This is all he does when he's on short lane. But it's working out really good, so he's doing it great.
in lane control for Nox, who is at 375 GPM, but actually the top farm of the game is Magebane in this Hellborn short lane. Doing a very good job of shutting down this Cthulhu, more or less by himself as well, as the continuous mana burn is becoming a problem for Masera.
Yeah, after early help from his team, he can solo Cthulhu very easy. So, good play from PI.
And honestly, it's this B that's I've been a little disappointed with. Shortcan, always a disappointment, but he's got 150 GPM, so it's not like he's farming all that well, and I just feel like he hasn't had much of an impact in any of these lanes. So if you compare him and the Parasites, like, neither of them have done all that much. Parasite got one successful gank off, which was good. And alright, here comes the grip onto the Dr. Repulsor, and man, he died quickly. So, just as I said, that Shortcan picks up the kill on the bottom lane, or at least assist for it. I don't know how necessary he was for that kill, but definitely helped.
He got some farm. Yeah, the BE pick was really bad, or at least in my opinion. Like, he doesn't have any impact at all.
And you can see he's just running around. He's not doing anything. Like, Magebane doesn't need him top. He hasn't really been able to help mid too much, and he's not farming, unlike the Parasite, so just not really sure what the hero's supposed to do.
I don't know.
King Parasite in the middle lane, farming some stuff out with the Skeleton King. Influx perhaps looking to push this tower. It is pretty low, actually, so wouldn't be surprised if they get it very low, and this is going to be in deny range if they're not careful. In fact, it is in deny range, so they're going to have to go for this kill, lest it be taken from them. But it is going to be taken, and there's nothing they can do about it. Not that bad. Ellie in the bottom lane, actually. Nice dodge on the trample, still going to be dead. So Teltook going to take the death in the bottom lane. That is his first death of the game, but still only 91 GPM. And really having a difficult time as the Suicide Electrician.
Oh, they should pick something No, I don't know. Elec is fine, I guess. But this pseudo-Trillian is doing work.
Yeah.
With Parrot side presence is always really fucking annoying to play versus.
Speaking of him, he's gonna stay in that skeleton king for forever. Just say why not? We'll be able to take out bottom tier 1 tower as well. So 2 towers going down in relatively quick succession, both in favor of Ogre, and they're looking much better in this game than in game 1. I think it's safe to say.
Maybe?
Maybe?
Yeah. No. First game was horrible. This is much better.
The Hellborn have overrun a Legion FOB.
They do lose their top tier 1, but they're going to continue to push this. They have 5 heroes down here, and they're like, well, if you're not going to stop us, we're going to take tier 2 towers. And Parasite in that ballista looks like it's the one thing's going to happen.
The Legion have overrun a Hellborn FOB.
So Electrician can get some pretty serious lane control here, but at the same time, you don't really want to be losing that many towers that quickly.
Parasite will stay bottom in his catapult and be Parasite.
I'm so happy about the change. Plus 0% at level 4. That is exactly what I said should happen. That's exactly what's happening. Proud.
Oh, did they change that now?
It's the patch that's coming up. I thought it was supposed to be today. I'm super confused. Wasn't it supposed to be 12.16 patch?
I have no idea.
I thought it was supposed to be today. Everybody's like, patch on Wednesday, patch on Wednesday, patch on Wednesday. Today's Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah. They usually have patch on Wednesday.
Today's Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
That's why. That's so I'm just dumb is the problem.
Sure.
I thought it was Wednesday for some stupid reason.
It feels like it's soon Christmas. That's nice.
Yep. I like Christmas. Christmas is fun.
Yeah, I like presents, gifts, whatever.
As depressing and horrible old as it sounds, I'm not even that much, like, I like getting stuff, that's always fun, but there's just not that much stuff I want anymore. Actually, like, a large part of me enjoys the family and stuff aspect of Christmas.
Oh no, that's the boring part. Ugh.
See, what happened was I went to college for 4 years, and then I went to graduate school for 2 years, so Christmas time was like pretty much the only time I was ever at home for an extended period, so it was kind of nice to be back.
Oh yeah, in that case, it might be nice.
It's a little bit different.
I haven't experienced that yet.
Yeah, so if you're always home, then it's like, god damn it, more of these people.
Yeah.
Anyway, triple stack damage is going to be taken by the Hellborn team. And that's going to get some nice farm onto the Mage Bane and sort of helping out a little bit. He's not getting too much of this, but he's looking to finish up a Portal Peak. He's about halfway there. Rift Cleaver is the choice on Pingu playing the Mage Bane, so expected and I think the correct decision if he wants to compete in the late game with Dr. Pulsar and the various other heroes in the Legion team. Gonna need some good farm.
He didn't go for this Pingu build on Mage Bane with Ghost Mortars into Frostburn.
Nice freeze from Glacius, but Flux pull back in. They will draw a couple of ports. We'll see if they can get any counter kills out of that, as Snowy does die. And 4 teleport coming, though, with Dr. Repulsor, and all of a sudden the Legion team is here in full force. Ultimate from Behemoth, locking out Repulsor a little bit, but it doesn't matter. He is going to die. They do get a solid fissure off. They finally managed to take out both Nox and Flux, and all of a sudden PI making a pretty fantastic engagement. Was that a Mana Void that I just completely missed? Is that what happened? Yeah. Really?
Yeah. The ultimate, they dropped off.
Pingu.
Oh, hell no.
Got a double tap and a tower.
Pingu.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
Pingu is a good player. Yeah, it's so fun to play with Pingu as well. Like either he's better, like he's happy or he's just fucking mad. Like, it's either or. He's never just normal.
Oh god. Skype conversation blew up. Yeah, Mage Bane plus Nullifier, that'd be pretty funny.
Could be funny if it
The
were.
Legion have overrun a Hellborn FOB.
Well, I mean, you can see Chipper Nullifier Blade, maybe?
Would be
Electrician Nullifier Blade, maybe? Double Purge for Puzzle Box, I think is the theory.
Yeah.
And
Is he going for puzzle
yeah,
box?
that's the
though?
question. So I think actually YOLO Train making a pretty smart decision, realizing the Puzzle Box is going to be less effective against the Electrician Purge. So he's going the Abyssal Skull build. And I still think you do want to get Puzzle Box just because it is that good, but...
Yeah, it still does a lot of damage to Elec.
Right.
And probably one creep is gonna be alive. So
Yeah. So as a saving himself mechanism, that's pretty solid. Glacier's going to get the freeze onto Nymphora. As the Zeal was stun was already used, Cthulhu looking for the cutoff. Nice dodge from Snowy on the Glaciers, but he's still going to die here as he's getting collapsed on by quite a few heroes. He's also still level 5. Really nothing he can do about this. Traps himself in the woods. He's like, alright, you found me. But bought some time for his team. Space created.
it's created. Yep.
Dragged everybody away for a while. Not the worst thing that could possibly have happened. Meantime, Mage Bane taking some aggressive farm. Sorry.
Nah, I wonder if Mageman should get some lifesteal.
I think he should.
Quite sure. Abyssal is pretty good on Mageman, I think.
I agree. Should get that at some point. Doctor gonna chase on the Mage Bane, but that's not gonna end very well for him, so he realized that pretty quickly. And screw this. But I like the farming Hell or Legion Woods on Mage Bane's part. It's gonna open up the jungle for his team, get that portal key, which he actually has the gold for now, assuming that he wants to buy it, which I would imagine is going to be a definite yes.
Yes. And just need some levels now. Like portal key and level 11 will do.
A ton.
Yeah, they should start pushing after that, I feel. Because they have the game.
And I would really like something on Snowy here. At least like upgraded boots, but he's still level 5, having some issues staying alive in this game. He's only got 2 deaths, but he was tied to the highest in the game. 3 other players having 2 deaths as well. And
Yeah, that's the thing, Cluck does very
oh,
well.
shit. Flux ultimate in the bottom lane, and they will be able to manage to kill shorthand. He did buy his portal key before he died, so not a problem.
Yeah, but Cluckmug always get levels and farm, and that's probably what I like most about his supports.
Yeah.
He really values that highly, and at first I didn't like it at all, but like, yeah, it made me realize it does pretty much work.
It really does make a huge difference. Like, 50 GPM to your carry often isn't that big a deal. Going from 450 to 500 GPM or 500 to 550 or something like that. Yeah, it makes a difference, but it's not a huge deal. Going from 100 GPM to 150 GPM or 150 to 200 GPM on a support is an enormous deal.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, you get your spells leveled up, you can max them all, which is very, very helpful in team fights. Maybe it helps you live, you can get a slightly earlier push book, and it's often the sort of thing that can actually be more beneficial to your carry to have a support that can do something instead of just kind of stand there and eventually die in team fights, especially if you get utility items. So yeah, I'm a major advocate for give support something. They can't just be like pure ward bitch support.
When I played support for Mo, I usually was the war bitch. I never had any items.
Yeah.
I just bought so many counter wards and so many wards. Then I let him carry me. That's nice, but Cluck has impact on the game.
Right.
And still wards. So yeah, I
It
think
depends.
It worked.
I mean, if you're an absolutely fantastic support player and your positioning is so good that you don't need items, then it's different. But the vast majority of players in Han are not that good, and in any game are not that good. Like you need something in general.
Yeah. Though I feel like Steam Boots is a waste sometimes. Like, it doesn't need the attack speed.
Right.
And switching boots is okay, but I feel like going for Striders into Pushbook is better, in my opinion.
I'm generally in agreement. If you have solid early farm and you can get the Ghost Marchers, I'm okay with that too, because the Strider's are nice for getting around. The issue is when you're getting chased down by people, they're pretty damn useless. And or when you're trying to chase people, they're pretty damn useless. So getting the Ghost Marchers for the extra burst move speed is often very important.
Yeah.
That's Flux is that an Invis rune, I assume, on him? Yeah. And a DD. No, it's a DD and an Invis. Look at that. But they do have a bad eye on electrician, yeah.
Yeah.
Flux not going to be able to do too much with that. As a result, the DD will be wearing off here in a few seconds anyway, and he's going to be able to piece out of the Hellborn Woods. So let's keep throwing rockets from downtown. Getting CS. Is he going to get it? No. Other creep caught the arrow. And PI is sort of like worming their way back into this game. They were down fairly significantly after the laning phase, but since then have managed to more or less even up the golden experience lead. They're actually slightly ahead in experience now. And
I feel like Shorka needs some more levels. Like,
yep.
He has been level 8 for I don't know how long, but since he got his PK, he was level 8. And that was quite a while ago.
Yeah. I feel like in general, the Legion team needs to be more aggressive. I mean, we have an Amphora, you've got a Dr. Repulsor, you have a Parasite, and you have 7 kills in 22 minutes. Anyway, they're going to do that in the middle lane. Going to be able to get this Glacius. He'll put the freeze down though, and they're going to get the kill onto Masera. They finally do pick off the Glacius as Dr. Repulsor runs away before a port being used, and we'll see if they can get anything out of this. Rocket might have canceled the port. I'm not actually sure if that would have hit him, but he does cancel the TP anyway, and Import can use the Zeal to run away. Dr. Repulsor grabbing the Haste rune. That's a pretty damn lucky rune, and Magebane will not be able to get the kill as a result. And still trying to live here, but the Saw Blades are there, and that's going to be a kill. Staff Master from Chipper slowing Import down with the ultimate. And Cluckmuck ends up dying, so 2 for 1 in favor of PI. The Cthulhu jump unsuccessful. Another good engagement.
Yeah, it was Behe PK, so I guess we were wrong about non-impact. Because he turned that fight perfectly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once he has his portal key, I think it's a different story. It's quite easy to have an impact with BE with a portal key. It's more that during the laning phase, he just did nothing. So
that's true.
I feel like there are several other heroes that if you put a 2100 gold item on them at this point in the game, they will have an impact, just like Behe, but they will also do well in the laning phase. Magnus.
Yep, and then they maybe could have one more item.
Yeah.
Like already.
Yeah.
If it was like a jungler.
Anyway, 8-8 in hero kills as we've evened up the score here, so relatively passive, especially for the last several minutes, even including that mild engagement. And both sides apparently content to just farm it up. Pengu currently at 600 GPM though, so I think the Legion are actually losing this game if they continue to play super passive because of the cleave on Magebane. Shrunken as well as a Firebrand.
I'm not quite sure why Nox has so low farm. I feel like he should be 400 plus, at least.
Yeah.
Pingu is completely outfarming him. Yeah, Magebane farms faster, but Doctor should have more.
Flux has a higher GPM than he does, and the 0-2 and 3 versus 3-1 and 2 makes a difference, but Doctor should definitely be outfarming his Flux.
Yeah. And Nox is not the one to normally get outfarmed.
Right.
I don't know what happened.
Usually he likes to do that, but speaking of Flux in the middle lane, he will die, as I completely, mostly missed that. Didn't actually see any part of it, but I knew it was happening, and that counts. We'll be able to take a tier 1 tower here as well. Trample goes through from Cthulhu, but he's actually going to be countered with the Magebane Blink. And here comes Behe, gonna miss the Fissure. Not really doing all that much, as it didn't really block him either. Apparently PI very interested in continuing to push this. Behe ultimate actually is on cooldown. And it must have been used when Elephant jumped in?
No clue.
Huh. I'm confused as to when the Behe ultimate used, but because we can never stop talking about Behe, I actually don't like this build. I prefer the max enchant totem.
Really?
Yeah,
Why?
because the additional damage from heavyweight is not really substantial, and the additional damage from enchant totem is, or the enrage is really good.
But the stun is longer in heavyweight, so I feel like it's worth it.
I think that's only good if you don't have enough lockdown. I think they do. Like, they don't really need that much, and it's only a 1.5 second stun in level 4 anyway. It's not really that long.
Maybe. I don't know. I
The
don't
extra
play
auto
BA
attack
a lot
damage, I feel like
anymore.
it's good. I believe that's the way Nier builds it, and I approve.
Oh yeah, it's lower cooldown as well, so he can stun more with heavyweight. That's
Yes.
probably worth it. Yeah. You're right.
Correct. Well, Mage Bane gonna have some more triple stacked ancients, and that's gonna continue to increase his farm as he's at 615 GPM, so not bad for Pingu. As we're going to a pause here, regenerate in the bottom lane, and presumably Electrician will be going for that. So, state of the game right now, Prime Icarus slightly ahead. And I think as this game goes later, we're probably looking at a bigger and bigger advantage for PI as the Mage Bane slowly gets out of control.
Yeah, they have no, like, Nox is so far away from. Oh, it's actually no. Never mind. Maybe when he gets the Hellflower, they can lock down Mage Bane. But I still feel like its team support is gonna do enough to win the game.
Oh, wait, Nox dead. Apparently Nox dead. That would explain his farm.
Yeah, maybe his girlfriend is playing.
Possible. Oh, Stu, you and your ridiculousness. Anyway, I just, yeah, I don't get it. Like, why doesn't Nox have more? And for that matter, and why aren't they being, like, this Parasite's 1-0-0 at 26 minutes.
Oh. That's interesting. He had such great form in the beginning.
He just hasn't done anything with it.
I'm a terrible Parasite player, but I don't know. He should have some more kills or assists.
Yeah. Especially against, I mean, Beaky's not super squishy, but he should be able to do some stuff against the Glacius in particular, and maybe even the Chipper or the Electrician with some help. Ellie only has 1200 health and investments, so he isn't the tankiest hero in this game. Which is strange.
Yeah,
for
maybe
him.
scout with Wild Hunters, like all
Sure.
over the plane, and then TP with Nymph and Doctor. They should be able to get some more.
I like that plan.
It's kinda too late now though. When they have an eye and PI is just going S5.
And those, if you want to cast, you have to actually load into the game. That's how that works. Alright, so come out of the pause, and
The Hellborn
it's weird because the
have overrun
Ogre
a
aren't
Legion
really
FOB.
far behind, but it just sort of feels like they're inevitably going to lose this game. It's top lane, they do have initiation onto Nox. The lockdown is successful, and before TP can be cancelled by the Mana Void, so they get 2 kills right after that.
Yep, I don't know. This is getting out of hand. They should probably take Concord now. And then just go push and finish the game before Doctor gets his Hellflower.
It seems like that's exactly what they're gonna do. And okay, that's another thing. So Doctor went Icon over the early game Hellflower Rebel, which was very, very valuable in fact against a very spellcast heavy team on the other side. You go Icon and then you go Gank.
Yeah, I don't know. They play way too passive. And this was the problem when I played with them as well. We were way too passive. We never made anything happen. And I don't know, it's pretty hard to know when to do stuff, but...
And I'm trying to do a sneaky ward of sight here, but... Oh, is he gonna be stopped? Yeah, he is, because the ward of breath from Snow actually spotted that, and they will counter the ward of sight immediately, so... Cluck, trying to be clever. This is a clever play. He gets punished. Now he's
I'm
on top
lucky
of
they
things.
have ward right on him. That's pretty... Yeah, that's just unlucky.
Well, I mean, it's a pretty common ward spot, so... It's not hugely surprising that they'd have something there.
I feel like PI should just group up. Maybe when Alec bought one item, he has 4,200 gold. Yeah, there we
He's gonna
go.
go staff, alright.
I don't like it at
I
all.
kinda would have preferred Frostfield plate, personally.
Yeah. He doesn't need to purge anything. Only
Yeah.
like one minion from Parasite, and that Glacius can freeze the other.
And it's gonna be a heart on Magebane too, so he's gonna be real hard to kill. Should have 2,500 plus health after that gets delivered to him. And some pretty insane regen. Still going without lifesteal though. And he is nearly even 3k. Wow, more than I thought. You need 1,100 life from that heart. So they can't kill Magebane anymore at all.
Nope. And he has a token. So.
Yeah. And he can jump right on top of Flux, gonna cancel the ultimate. There's port with the ultimate, yep, there it is. And now Flux has absolutely no way of getting out of that. Not really sure what he thought was going to happen, considering Mana Void has mini stun on it. TP. But Pingu does not care anymore. 7-0-3, 680 GPM, and yeah, I think this game is over. Yeah, I just given a little bit too much free reign against a team that had very good early aggression and elected not to use it. For reasons I don't understand.
I can't really complain since I don't know. Ogre is a very passive team, to be honest.
Right. But why pick this
why.
lineup if you're going to be passive?
Yeah,
That's my
that's the
problem.
thing. Like in the beginning, they were very aggressive,
Yeah.
and we did a lot of plays. But now they never do like any plays at all.
And still being caught out in the woods, trying to farm the hard camp, gets frozen in place, and they will have enough follow-up from Magebane and stuff. Not coming in, but he's getting a lockdown. Face up will cancel the grip. Flux pulling everybody back in, but he actually Glacier Sultan doing a lot of damage in the background. They kill both Nox and Mighty Marcus on the Flux and Dr. Repulsor. Took over the buyback, but the Shockwave gonna go through and does a ton of damage. He's gonna die. Meanwhile, Magebane chasing down this Parasite. He's got another blink back up in a couple of seconds, and I don't think Gil is maybe gonna survive this. Doesn't need to blink. And it says no, but game 2 going to PI, as did game 1, and really no huge surprise there as that game progressed. It was getting clearer and clearer that Shrek wasn't going to be able to do too much to take up that PI team. Just a little bit too much farm on Magebane, so. Anything else?
I don't know. Pingu is too strong.
Pingu too strong indeed. Well, that's going to do it for game 2. Hopefully we will have more games, not sure. But I'll probably come back and cast at least one more thing. Regardless of whether or not it's Scrim or something, I don't know, whatever. So, Stick around, guys, and we'll be back hopefully in just a couple of minutes with more scrims, ideally. See you.